Welcome to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we are going to make this thank you card using the Hand-Penned Petals set and using the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder and some of the contour scallop dies. So when we look at this, you think that flower isn't in the stamp set. I'm going to show you how I made the flower. So let's get started. I need a piece of Whisper White card base, a piece of Blushing Bride in 5 1/4 by 4, and I've also got a piece of the basic white in 5 1/4 by 4. And this is what we're going to do our card front on, and then we're going to cut our cut it out with the contour scallop dies. And I'm going to need a piece of just a scrap piece of the basic white for the greeting. So let's get started. I'm very excited to show you this to you. I'm so excited about this card. Okay, so we have this stamp right here, which is actually meant to be the background fill for this. So this is how I'm doing this. I'm using my Blushing Bride, and I have to concentrate on this one so that I get everything in the right place. I did like 10 takes on this last night. So we are going to stamp this down like this right here. Then we're going to turn it around and basically stamp in a triangle like this. So then you get a big puffy flower. Now you'll notice the difference in ink color. When the ink dries, it will be this color. So you can do these flowers as large or as small as you like. If you've got a gap in the middle that you don't like, you can fill it in. So I'm just going to add another flower here. I started this one actually a little far down. So we're going to end up with the flowers kind of squished together, which means maybe we put our thanks greeting in a different place. So I'm just basically making a triangle. I'm starting at the bottom with the stamp flower side down, and then I'm coming back in with it at an angle this way, over stamping it there, and then coming in at a different angle like this. So that's how we did that. That's with the Blushing Bride. And then we're going to come in with the Mossy Meadow and do first and second value on the leaves. So I'm going to do a first value leaf there and a second value one there. Then I'm going to come in here and do a first value, and then I'll finish off this one with a second value leaf there. Now, first value, second value, and then this one, I'm going to do second value, or first value, then second value, and then I'm going to come back in and do another second value. So there is the card front. Again, just looks a little bit different. It depends where you put the flowers. So it's all using the back fill stamp for the set. And it's just in how you use it. And you can make them as big and puffy or as small as you want, just depending on how you play with the stamp. I would recommend using a piece of scrap paper like I did here and just playing with it so you're not using your cardstock. I just played with them here and played with the placement and that. So I highly recommend using scrap paper. If you've got your grid paper and want to use grid paper for it, absolutely. I'm going to get the Blushing Bride back out and stamp the greeting like that. And like I say, there's a bit of a space at the top of this one, so I might end up putting the greeting up here. We'll see how it goes. So I do need to cut these out. So I'm going to put this a bit of an angle, and I'm going to place this down. Now again, the 5 1/4 by 4 piece of paper fits exactly with the dies. So you need to make sure that you've got it so you're not going to end up cutting any little bits off and having any straight edges. So I am actually going to anchor this with a sticky note. like that. And I'm going to put one on the other side as well, just so it doesn't pivot at all. Just like that. So it's held down. I'm going to sandwich it up. Once it's sandwiched, I'm going to check that I've still got good contact. I'm not going to be missing any pieces. I'm going to run it through the machine, and then we will do the greeting and we'll build the card. Oh, I still need to do the other piece that I need to do is the embossing. And as always, we cut before we emboss, because if we emboss first and then cut, when we run it through to cut it, we'll end up flattening it out. So that's that piece there. And I'm just going to, I need to scrape all that off. So there we go. And then let's do the embossing folder next. I've still got one there. And it's amazing the difference the embossing folder makes. I'll try and tip it up so you can see. This is just the plain, and then this is with the embossing folder. It just gives it that extra little bit. So we're just going to place this in here and run that through. And then we'll cut the greeting out and we'll build the card. So I hope that you are as excited as I am about building this flower this way. I was looking at my stamp sets and I thought, what can I do that's a little bit different? Like, I'm always doing the same thing. So let's do something a little bit different. And this completely is different. It's gorgeous. So we will cut the greeting out wherever my die is. There we go. And again, this is one of the contour scalloped dies from the Color and Contour bundle. You can buy the dies separately if you want, or you can buy the stamp set on its own, or you can bundle it up and get that 10% savings. And let's just, I ran it through without having my shim plate underneath. So we're just gonna have to run that through again because it didn't cut. So we'll just line that up and sandwich it up again. There we go. And we'll actually cut it out this time. So if there are any sets that you would like to see videos on, please let me know in the comments. I would be absolutely happy to do videos on sets. If it is a retired set, if I have it, I can do the video on it. If it's not a retired set, then I can purchase it, or if I've got it, I can do that for you. So this one we're going to dimensionalize, but before I peel the backing off, I'm just going to check the placement and just see how it looks. So I'm going to stick this down to the Blushing Bride background. I was really amazed at what the difference was by putting it on the background, how it makes the flowers absolutely jump. And because it's a 5 1/4 by 4, it fits beautifully, just like that. So now we need to decide where we're going to put the greeting. Here I can put it there, or I can put it down at the bottom, or I can put it in the middle. I think I like it at the top because I like being able to see most of the flowers. If I put it here, I'm going to be cutting most of the middle of this flower off. On this example, because the flowers were up higher, it was easier to put it down below. This one I am going to put up high. It's because I've got a nice big white space there for it. So I'm just going to center that, drop it down. It's all lined up. And then we can put the whole thing on the card front. So, and of course, as always, you can do the flowers in any color you like. If you like, say, a fall color, there's some really beautiful the chrysanthemums that you can get in the fall, and they're beautiful, like burgundy orangey kind of colors. This would look really well with that. So there is the finished card using the Hand-Penned Petals for the background stamp and the greeting, and using the painted texture folder on the card front. Thank you very much for watching. And if you wanted to purchase anything, please use the links below. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Thanks so much.